Hello and welcome to my channel. Here we learn the lore and stories of the world of Tyria. Today we will learn about the faction dedicated to destroying the Elder Dragons and uniting the people of Tyria. It's the Vigil. We will also learn about its history and impact on Tyria. Sit back, relax and listen to The Vigil, Tyria's Shield. You can find the full lore on the official Guild Wars 2 wiki. Let's begin. Long ago, Tyria was not at peace. The land trembled as the Elder Dragons, ancient beings of terrible power, began to rise. The Saitan, the dragon of death and shadow, awakened in the land of Or and raised the dead to serve him. Jormag, the dragon of ice and persuasion, twisted minds and froze whole lands. Kralkatorrik, the crystal dragon, scorched the skies and corrupted everything he touched. Primordus, the dragon of fire and destruction, rose from the deep caverns in Tyria. Morgemoth, the dragon of mind and plant, spread from the twisted jungle. Su-1, not known at the time as Cantha was not reachable as of the events of release Guild Wars 2. The world was not ready. The nations of Tyria, humans, Shar, Norn, Asura and Sylvari, were too divided to stand against such monsters. Some wanted to hide, some wanted to study the dragons, others hoped the threat would pass. But one warrior knew the truth. Some must fight, so that all may be free. Almorra Soulkeeper and the birth of the Vigil. Before she was a commander, Almorra Soulkeeper was a proud soldier of the Blood Legion, the fiercest and the most battle-hardened of the Shar legions. She was born into war, raised with discipline, and lived by the sword. As a legionnaire, she led her own warband, a family of warriors bound by loyalty and trust. Together, they took on the toughest assignments, never backing down from danger. They were sent on a mission to patrol the Fields of Ruin, just outside Ebonhawk. Almorra and her warband were ready to fight, but no one could have prepared for what was coming. The day the sky broke. One day, Kralkatorrik himself flew overhead. The sky turned violet, lightning split the clouds, and with a roar that shook the mountains, the Elder Dragon unleashed a brand storm. His breath turned everything below into jagged crystals. The earth shattered, the wind screamed. Almorra's warband, her family, were caught in the storm. She watched helpless as her comrades were turned into crystal and warped into monsters. Their eyes glowed, their minds were gone. They were no longer the Char she knew. They turned on her. Almorra had no choice. She fought them, and when the storm was over, she was the only one left standing. From grief, a new purpose. She returned to the Black Citadel in silence, filled with sorrow and rage. The Blood Legion offered her a new warband, a new command, but Almorra refused. What good is another squad if the dragons will just kill them too? She had seen the truth. The Elder Dragons were not a problem just for one legion, one nation, or one race. They were a threat to all of Tyria. And no one was doing enough to stop them. That's when she made her choice. The Vigil is born. Almorra left the Blood Legion and set out to create something new. She traveled across Tyria, from the icy Shiver Peaks to the jungles of Maguma, speaking with warriors, heroes and leaders. She shared her vision. A new order, a united army, an organization where all races, humans, Shar, Norn, Sylvari and Asura, could fight together. Not for glory, not for power, but to protect the innocent, to strike back at the dragons. That army would be called the Vigil, and Almorra Soulkeeper was its founder. The Legacy of Almorra. Under Almorra's leadership, the Vigil built mighty strongholds, trained thousands of soldiers, and became the sword and shield of Tyria. But Almorra's story ended during the Ice Brood War, when she was captured and murdered by Bangar Ruinbringer, her once lover and friend. Her death was a heavy loss, but her dream did not die. Today the Vigil still fights, still protects, still carries her legacy. And every time a Vigil banner rises, it flies in her honor. The Vigil Keep, home of the brave. To lead this fight, the Vigil built a mighty fortress in Gandharan Fields. They called it the Vigil Keep. It's a place of training, planning, and honor. Inside its great stone walls, warriors of every race train side by side. They spar with swords and axes, they craft powerful weapons, and they prepare for the battles to come. From this keep, the Vigil watches over Tyria, and when the dragons strike, they are the first to answer. The Pact, a united front. Almorra knew the Vigil couldn't win this war alone. So when two other groups, the German Priory and the Order of Whispers, also joined the Dragon War, Almorra helped form a new alliance, the Pact. A great army combining knowledge, stealth, and strength. The Vigil provided the muscle of the Pact, brave soldiers, siege weapons, and leadership. Almorra herself became a High Legate, one of the Pact's top commanders. The Pact fought Saitan, Morgemoth, and later Kralkatorrik, and though the battles were hard, they showed that Tyria is strongest when it stands together. Notable heroes of the Vigil. Almorra Soulkeeper, the founder and heart of the Vigil. She was a true believer in unity and courage. Hjavi Sjorasdottir, a Norn necromancer and Almorra's protege. She carries on Almorra's legacy after her death. War Master Efut, a tough and loyal officer who trains many new recruits. War Master Forgol Kernson, the commanding officer of the player and a very beloved character. The Vigil across Tyria. The Vigil has outposts and camps across the world, including Vigil Keep in Gandharan Fields, their main base, the Vigil Center House in Lion's Arch, the Vigil Hall in Divinity's Reach, and various other places across Tyria. Wherever danger rises, the Vigil plants its banner. What the Vigil believes. The Vigil is not just about fighting, it's about protecting people. It's about unity, even between races that were once enemies. It's about standing tall even when fear tries to pull you down. When a dragon spreads fear, the Vigil spreads hope. When destruction comes, they rebuild. When others run, they rise. And the words from the once great general, "Some must fight so that all may be free," still echoes from the soldiers of the Vigil, for they are the shield of Tyria. This has been the story and lore of the Vigil. I hope you enjoyed this video. Personally, I think Almorra Soulkeeper is one of my favorite characters in the game as well as in the books. She is very well portrayed as a firm and charismatic leader who can turn even the strongest of enemies to allies in a heartbeat. And the Vigil and its forming is also a really great story that adds depth to the world we play in. With that said, thank you for watching this video. Please like and comment something you learned or something that you would like to hear. Also subscribe to not miss future lore content in this format. Now, take care, and I will see you in the next story. Goodbye.